Hope you well. It's quite incredible how coded our reality is. I'm going to talk about the nation of Norway in this stream. Obviously, their national team is doing very well at the moment, and their superstar is the Beast, Erling Haaland. I'm going to show you why Norway qualified for the World Cup. Shout out to my brother Chuck. And I'm going to show you why they qualified for the first time since 1998. The significance behind that with the numbers, why they have their coach Solbakken coaching them. It's quite remarkable, is this? So please like, share, support. God bless you all. I'm aching a little bit. Played football twice last night. I'm playing again today. We've got to win to make the playoffs. Now I'm playing 2 games tomorrow. It's a lot, but I'm grateful. God wins. Amen. God bless you, Emmanuel, James, and Maverick, being Frank, JYT, Alkesh, Esteban, Paul. God bless every single one of you. Thank you to the people that are starting to leave comments after my videos. It makes a huge difference. Thank you. Keep doing it. Miss Jones, love you to bits. God bless you. Yeah, I'm feeling all right. Thank you, James. Thank you. Right, I'll present this to you right now. It's crazy. There's so many things I could have discussed today with how wild this world's becoming, but we're going to focus on this. Right. I've been coding Erling Haaland for years, since he was at Dortmund. So I know this guy's numbers inside out. He was born where I went to university. He was born like 15 minutes away from where I was born. He was born in Leeds because his father was playing for Leeds at the time. Leeds United. His father played professionally for quite a while in the UK, Alfinger Haaland. And he got his career basically ended by Roy Keane, who went out of his way to basically snap him during a game. So the Satanic numbers behind Norway qualifying for the World Cup. I could probably do this with like every nation as to why they qualified, but it's a lot of work. So this is Haaland, the Beast, and he's just a goal machine. He could literally be a machine, to be honest. He's like the perfect striker, the perfect number 9, Haaland. It's like something you would make on a video game. So Norway just qualified for the 2026 FIFA World Cup for the first time since 1998. Now, 1998, as I've showed you, fair spear, much love. 1998 is 666 plus 666 plus 666. Now, does anybody know who won the World Cup in 1998? Who won the World Cup and who hosted it? Just let me know in the chat. France, thank you. Now, Norway are going to be playing France in the group stage of the 2026 FIFA World Cup. So let me see if I can find that 2026 FIFA World Cup groups. All right. So there's still a few teams that need to qualify. But look, France have Norway. So the last time Norway qualified for the World Cup was in 1998. France hosted it. France won it. And it was the year Mbappe was born. It was the year where Zidane was the hero, where Brazil lost in the final. Ronaldo swallowed his tongue. Very suspect. If he did, it was some sort of voodoo, or it was a lie, because the world we live in is a lie, ultimately. But France won this World Cup. Let's go to the final. So Zidane got a couple of goals. Emmanuel Petit scored at the death, and it was 3-0. Now, Norway's dialing code. Can you see it's plus 47? It's plus 47. And they have the Beast. Their best player is the Beast, is the best striker in the world, the Beast. Now, in the Bible, you have the 7 seals, which is opened by Jesus Christ. And the first four of the 7 seals, the first 4, like 47, are the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse. Metaphor depicting the end of times. They describe conquest, war, hunger, and death. All of this, guys, is coming worldwide. I'm trying to prepare you to give your life to Jesus Christ. I really am. Because the world is just going to become so chaotic in 2026. Because 2026 is the year of the horse. It's the year of the horse. The 4 horsemen. Remember, the World Cup is every 4 years. Now, Donald Trump's the 47th US president. My pleasure, Paul. Give me a woo if you watched my stream yesterday about Rob Reiner, who was murdered by his son. Give me a woo if you watched it. And I said it was connected to Donald Trump and Charlie Kirk, right? I told you all it connected to Trump and Charlie Kirk. Well, what happened after my stream? Trump's ugly Rob Reiner post undercuts the GOP's post-Charlie Kirk claims to civility. Guys, I'm on the money. I said it was about Trump and Charlie Kirk. And look what happens after my stream. They connect Trump with Rob Reiner and Charlie Kirk. Mustachie, I'm going to present my Man City finds. They're already on my website, but I'm going to repost them. One of the downsides of serving in President Donald Trump's movement is that the moral high ground is extremely unsteady terrain. But let me show you what he said. All right? He said it was a very sad thing that Reiner died. He said to rest in peace. But then look what he went on to say. He said Reiner had brought his demise upon himself. So he's saying Reiner deserved to be murdered. It was a remarkably callous post, even by Trump standards. Look what he said. Because Reiner was a lefty, okay? Obviously, Trump's right wing. It was a remarkably callous post, even by Trump standards. He said Reiner's death was reportedly due to the anger he caused others through his massive, unyielding, and incurable affliction with a mind-crippling disease known as Trump derangement syndrome. Can you believe he's come out and said that? He said that Reiner, who got murdered by his son, had Trump derangement syndrome and that he brought it on himself. He was known to have driven people crazy by his raging obsession of President Donald J. Trump, with his obvious paranoia reaching new heights. Recently, Trump added of Rob Reiner, I've never known a guy talk in the third person as much as Trump. He didn't say obsession with me. He said obsession of President Donald J. Trump. So can you just believe, it says in the final days, men's heart will wax cold. And this is what's happening. But anyways, we don't want to talk too much about Donald Trump. I've done enough of that in my book. So Norway's dialing code plus 47. Donald Trump's the 47th US president. Revelation 4:7. Remember, Haaland is the beast. And the first beast was like a lion. It's why Haaland's playing in England, which heavily connects to lions. And the second beast like a calf. And the third beast had a face as a man. And the fourth beast was like a flying eagle. Right? Now, Trump recently talked about, I don't know if an article on it. See if it comes up. He said he wants to take in people from Scandinavia. Right? He says, why don't we get people from Scandinavia when he was talking about immigration? And obviously Norway is in Scandinavia. Look at this. Why is it we only take people from shithole countries, right? Trump said on stage. Why can't we have some people from Norway, Sweden, just a few? Look how he had to say Norway. Okay? It's unbelievable, this. And you got Sweden, Daniel, who was in the lion's den, where he's protected by God. So he's talking about Norway here. And that was last week. How everything lines up. Thank you, David. Yeah. So now, Norway's manager is Solbakken, right? Stal Solbakken. And he has 430 wins. 430. And he got that 430th win when Norway went to Italy on 1611. The King James Bible was published 1611. Went to Italy and destroyed Italy 4-1. Haaland dominated them. Right? Like he pretty much dominates every team he plays against. But that was where he got his 430th point. Can I get a woo? Now, why is that significant? Please hit the like button, support the stream, thank you. The Church of Satan was founded 430. 430. Like the Norway coach got his 430th win against Italy. Right? Now they're in the World Cup, the first time since 1998, which is 666 plus 666 plus 666. And yeah, thank you, Paul. Yeah, the game was in Rome. See if I can show you it. In Rome, we know all about Rome with the Bible. But look, there's the confirmation. Haaland scored 2 goals in 1 minute. All right, 2 in a minute. They were losing as well. But just wanted, again, to show you the 430. And there's your Church of Satan, founded 430. The year that England won the World Cup 4-2. The beast reigns for 42 months. And England beat Germany. Tell me where Haaland signed from. Borussia Dortmund has the Russia in it. Borussia Dortmund, Germany. He goes to England. I've shown how Haaland connects to war. I code him every game pretty much to score. Okay, it's quite remarkable. And then obviously the most famous German of all time is Adolf Hitler. All right, and Hitler, look at this. Hitler died 430. I don't know. I'm going to be coding the World Cup games. I wouldn't be shocked if Norway do well with this code. I wouldn't be shocked if Norway do well. And they've got a decent team as well. They've got Odegaard, Haaland, they've got a few others. So Hitler died exactly 21 years before the Church of Satan was founded, which is just remarkable. Now, what's 4 times 30? 4 times 30, 120. 120. Now, look at this. The last time Norway got to the World Cup, all right, they had Brazil, Morocco, Scotland. Look at how they finished in the group stage. 1 win, 2 draws, 0 losses. So undefeated. But do you see the 120? 4 times 30 is 120. Trump's first day in office as the 47th president, January the 20th, 120. Noah, I say we're in the second days of Noah. Noah preached repentance 120 years. Moses died at age 120. So how this all lines up, this is taking us back, guys, to 1998. The first matches here were played on Prince Philip's birthday. Philip means lover of horses. Can I get a woo? And remember, Man City won the treble on Prince Philip's birthday. They beat Inter Milan in the final. 68th minute goal by Rodri, the 68th edition of the European Championships. Pep got his 337th Champions League point, the 68th prime number. Pep, at one point, had won 6 Premier League titles in 8 seasons. All of it lines up. Now, if we do, let's go to state. No, what is it? Gematinator. Right. St. Peter's Basilica, all right, was struck twice by lightning on 2/11. 2/11's the 47th prime. And it was 2013, the year Francis became Pope. Now, if we go to this Italy Norway game, it was on November the 16th, 2025. Now, I need you all smash the like button, guys, please. Let me just show you this. St. Peter's Basilica. All right, this is St. Peter's. And let's look when it was struck by lightning. So it was 2/11. They're calling it an act of God. Monday's 2/11 surprising announcement by Pope Benedict that he was resigning from the papacy struck some observers like a bolt out of the blue. So Pope Benedict resigned. It's such a shock for a pope to resign. And he got replaced by Pope Francis. Tomorrow, PSG are going to be playing on Pope Francis's birthday. Remember, France lost the World Cup final to Argentina a day after Pope Francis's birthday. So the Basilica was struck twice by lightning, 2/11, 2013. And I'll show you the image. All right? Lightning in the Bible is judgment. It's judgment from God. It's why Lucifer was cast out of heaven like a lightning bolt. Can I get a woo? So it's judgment because the Catholic Church is ultimately corrupt. It's a corrupt church. Catholicism is Satanism disguised as following Christ is what it is. Look, that's your Benedict. So just super like legit demonically possessed or fallen angels or whatever these people are. But it was on 211. 211 is the 47th prime number. Can I get a woo? Why do you think when Argentina won the World Cup, they've now got 47 all-time World Cup wins, for example? 47, but 211, like, remember, the first four, the seven horsemen? The first four of the seven seals are the four horsemen. Trump, the 47th president, the last president is going to be. And then 211 is the 42nd day of the year. And the beast reigns for 42 months. And when Norway smashed Italy 4-1 in Rome, it was with 45 days left in the year. Donald Trump, the 45th US president. But look, Norway beat Italy a span of exactly 666 weeks after St. Peter's Basilica was struck twice by lightning. This is absolutely incredible. Now, I know you guys, look, guys, there's 25 likes. That is it. Why? Why YouTube? It's crazy. That's why I'm very grateful for the people that support me behind the scenes, because it's so frustrating doing this. Now, 666 is the number of the beast, isn't it? In Revelation 13:18. Queen Elizabeth said she fell in love with Prince Philip when she was 13 and he was 18. Now, Satan equals 55. And Haaland scored his 55th goal for Norway against Italy. Remember Russia? I told you he played for Borussia Dortmund. Russia invaded Ukraine the 55th day of 2022. Now, Italy's dialing code is plus 39. And World War II began in 39. And in Gematria, war equals 39. There's also 39 books in the Old Testament. Okay? Now, Solbakken, right, is Norway's coach. And Solbakken, he was born, let's go here. He was born on 2/27, 1968. 2/27. So he was born on the anniversary of the Reichstag fire. The Reichstag fire was an arson attack on the Reichstag building, home of the German parliament in Berlin, on Monday, February the 27th, 1933. Precisely 4 weeks for your four horsemen after Adolf Hitler was sworn in as Chancellor of Germany. So the Norway coach, guys, was born on the anniversary of the Reichstag fire, which connects to Hitler. And look how the elections were on 3/5, 35. Now, Satan equals 35. The last time Norway made the World Cup, they had a record of 3 games and 5 points in the group stage. All right. Played 3. They acquired 5 points, like 35. And literally, Solbakken was born on the 35th anniversary of the Reichstag fire. The Reichstag fire was 1933. and Solbakken was born 1968. Now, 35 years just so happens to be 420 months. Adolf Hitler was born on 420. Yeah, please like, share, support, comment. Again, you don't get this information anywhere else online, anywhere else. Or go to my website. It's literally $10. You could get information there that can change your life, that can lead you to Christ, guys, that can allow you to see through the illusion. Instead of every day going on Instagram asking me questions, why don't you go to my site and read what I share? Things like this every single day. It's every day that I do stuff like this that I post. So go check it out. And remember, another 10, Hitler died 10 days after his birthday. You know how big that is? Now, Norway's coach was born on 2/27, the anniversary of the Reichstag fire. Thank you so much, Paul. Thank you. God bless you, sister. Revelation 22:7. And he shall rule them with a rod of iron, as the vessels of a potter shall they be broken to shivers. Even as I received of my Father. So that verse shows the nature of the believer's authority and rule in the millennial kingdom. He shall rule, shepherd them with a rod of iron. And this verse is a quotation from Psalms 2:8 through 9 and refers to Jesus setting up his millennial kingdom on earth. Is anybody excited for this? Benjamin, God bless you. I believe Jesus' millennial kingdom is incoming. And I'm going to be there. I hope you guys are. Norway's Vikings speak of the end times. Wow, yeah. Yeah, the Viking connection. God bless you, Fair Spear. Same. Now, Norway and Denmark were invaded by the Nazis on 9/4/1940, and it ended on 10/6/40. Prince Philip, remember Philip, lover of horses, was born in Greece into the Greek and Danish royal families. And he died on 9/4, 81 years later, and he was born on 10/6/21, 19 years before the invasion ended. 81 plus 19 is 100. But look who knocked Norway out of the 1998 World Cup. Somebody give me a woo. Look who knocked them out. Italy. Italy. 19th minute goal. The guy was called Christian Christ. I remember Christian Vieri. He was a tank. But he has Christ in his name. Which means that if we go back here, Norway were 120 in the group, but then they lost, as you can see here, the second round. So they left the competition 1-2-1. Right? Antichrist. 1-2-1. When did Prince Philip die? 4-9. This here, 149, Pope Leo's birthday. 68, the Norway coach, the year he was born. And then Revelation, 121, 49. All right. And World War II ended with 121 days left in the year. So Norway left the World Cup in 1998. 1 win, 2 draws, 1 loss. Now, going back to this 81 plus 19 gets you 100. 100 square root equals 10. Satan equals 10. Look out for number 10, Yamal, today. Italy knocked Norway out of the 1998 FIFA World Cup after beating them 1-0. 10. Which I just showed you here. 10. Say 10. Why do you think Messi wears 10 and Brady went to 10 Super Bowls? Now, Denmark's dialing code, Denmark, the mark of the beast, that's why Christian Eriksen had that so-called cardiac arrest, is plus 45. So, Denmark's dialing code, plus 45. Norway, plus 47. What do you see, guys? What do you see? You're probably going to see this guy. Donald Trump, 45th and 47th US president. Can I get a woo? Denmark's dialing code plus 45. Norway is plus 47. He's talking about how he wants Scandinavians to come live in the US, not people from shithole nations. Can you believe that he's saying that? And he gets away with it. So look, 45, Denmark, mark of the beast, 47. It's just crazy. And remember, with the Trump connections, 45th and 47th president, and 4,547 is the 616th prime, which is the alternate number of the beast, which is why Lionel Messi scored his first ever World Cup goal on 6/16 in Germany against Serbia, and it was a Serbian who shot dead Franz Ferdinand, which triggered the war. And I get a whoa. Trump was the 45th president, is now the 47th. 4 plus 5 is 9. 4 plus 7 is 11. So Norway's 9 and 11 will do well at this World Cup. Haaland, and let's find out who their number 11 is. Where is it? Who's their number 11? I don't know who it is. Oh, him. Look, Strand, like your DNA. Oh my word, he was born on the anniversary of Elizabeth becoming the Queen. So this guy plays for Wolves. So watch, he scored, didn't he, against Italy? Yeah, Strand Larsen, your strand of DNA. So Haaland will do well. Obviously, Soloth, he plays for Atletico Madrid. You'd expect him to do well. But yeah, Strand, this guy. I'll have to check the numbers before we go into the World Cup. Prince Philip was born 25 years, 4 days before Donald Trump. 9/11 was on the 254th day of the year. Philip's wife was Elizabeth, who was born with 254 days left in the year. Norway beat Italy in Solbaken's 146 all-time game. When was Trump born? 14/6. Hitler invaded Norway exactly 6 years and 66 days before Trump's birth. Can I get a woo? Imagine if somehow Germany play Norway. I don't know if it's possible. Imagine that after this. How many 666s, guys? Now, Trump's presidential victory night speech was on 11/6. The election was 11/5, but he announced his victory on 11/6, and he gave his speech. Why 11/6? This is why you need to learn these numbers. 11 hours and 6 minutes is 666 minutes. Guys, that's why he gave his speech on 11/6. 11 hours and 6 minutes is 666 minutes. Remember, I showed you that Norway beat Italy a span of exactly 666 weeks after St. Peter's Basilica was struck twice by lightning. Judgment from God. I showed you how the last time Norway qualified for the World Cup was 1998. 666 plus 666 plus 666. It's all building up because we're in Revelation, which is why I can do stuff like this every day because it's been revealed to me. Revelation 13:18. Here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is a number of a man, and his number is 603. Leonard Carl, born 22/2/2008, scored the 22nd minute against Freiburg on November the 22nd, 2/22/2008 to November 22nd, 2025, 17 years and 9 months. Wow, 41st prime. The reason why Leonard Carl is doing so well is one reason. All right, what's his jersey number? Can somebody give me a woo? What's his jersey number, which he took from Musiala, who's now number 10? Number 42. It's why this young lad, all right, who's only 17, right now is probably Bayern's best player. Right now, over the last 4 or 5 weeks, is number 42. The beast reigns 42 months. War equals 42. World War equals 42. Albert Pike predicted 3 world wars. He died on 4/2. St. Peter's Basilica struck by lightning, 42nd day of the year. Vatican City founded, 42nd day of the year. All right, the recent World Cup final, 4-2 in a shootout, which the Messiah Messi won. False Messiah. There's a game called Death Stranding too, about the end of the world. Wow. Yeah, it's coming. But there's going to be a new world, isn't there? Yeah, Norway is a dark horse of the World Cup. They're being called the dark horse. They've got the best striker, arguably. They're pretty decent at the back. We know that it's not about talent, though. And his Carl makes me think about... do you remember this guy? I studied him at university. Do you remember Karl Marx? He was a German philosopher. Right? He died on Pi Day. And he was born on 5/5 for Satan. This guy was all about Marxism. Okay, again, I don't know if these people even existed, but he's got the Karl in his name. Karl Marx, Marxism. And interestingly, I always remembered that he was born in Germany, but he died in London. Donald Trump. So born in Germany, dies in England. The connection with England and Germany is crazy. Yeah, Karl Marx was legit evil if he existed. I remember studying him. Mm-hmm. 34 likes. If you haven't hit the like, please do so. Now, Trump's victory speech was 116 days after his failed assassination attempt. The 2026 FIFA World Cup begins on a date written 11/6, the 11th of June. This is going to be the last ever World Cup for me. I'm shocked that we're going to see it, to be honest. But it's not even guaranteed that we're going to see it at this point with the world, is it? Can I get a woo? Trump's going to make a major announcement tomorrow on the Pope's birthday, Pope Francis's birthday. I don't know if he's going to announce that the US is going to war, but he's making an announcement. So this World Cup, which begins in 6 months, I can't confidently say it's even going to happen. With the world on the verge of World War III. Or maybe they have the World Cup and then afterwards they announce it. I don't know. Trump was born a span of 6 years, 41 weeks after World War II began. These numbers, guys, are exact. 641. Look at the prime number, guys. 116th prime. Can you believe this? Remember, 11 hours, 6 minutes, 666 minutes. Trump, the 641. He was born a span of 6 years, 41 weeks after World War II began. And it's the 116th prime. Now, why do you think Tom Brady's last ever game? All right, Brady the GOAT. Why do you think his last ever game was January the 16th? 116. Can I get a woo? That was Brady's last game. It had to be the 116. And then he retired, didn't he, February the 1st? As I predicted 18 months before, the exact date he would retire. Now, you've got this Munich beer hall bombing, which occurred 8/11/1939, which was an assassination attempt on Hitler. All right? Let me find it. Wow, it's too many tabs. I don't know where it's gone. Is it this? The man who missed killing Hitler by 13 minutes. I just did a video that the Bondi Beach massacre was exactly 13 years after Sandy Hook shooting. All right, this man who missed killing Hitler by 13 minutes. He was 36, 666, the 36 triangular number. Here it's November the 8th, 1939. Hitler was making his speech at the Munich Beer Hall. All right, the event commemorated early Nazi struggles in 1920s. This time Hitler used it to mock his international enemies and boast about Germany's successful start to the war. God bless you, Watchman. Guys, go to Watchman's YouTube channel. Watch his recent video. It's brilliant. So, 13 minutes later, the bomb exploded, causing 8 deaths and massive damage. The ceiling collapsed just above where Hitler had been standing. So if Hitler was still there, he would have died. So he was giving this speech, and then the building collapsed here, but he'd already left by then. And then there was all this disaster. All right? Hitler had survived just to lead Germany into 5 more years of war and genocide against Europe's Jews. The Nazi regime would doubtless have continued without Hitler, and the other Nazi leaders Elsa had hoped to kill. Isn't Elsa the name of the girl in Frozen? But anyways, this event, the bomb exploded at 21:20. Guys, again, I don't know if this is legit because we've been lied to our whole lives. So 21:20, which is 9:20. Guys, 21 times 20 is 420. Can I get a woo? Hitler's birthday. So they nearly killed Hitler, and the bomb went off at 21:20, which is 21 times 20 is 420. I want to show you if it actually tells you the time with it. There, look. Less than a quarter of an hour later at 21:20, Elsa's bomb exploded. So either we live in a completely coded reality or this was a lie by the numbers. I don't think I'll ever know. And it was on 11/8. 11 times 8 is 88. huge Trump number, who's often compared to Hitler. His father was German, Trump. Now, the assassination attempt was 68 days after World War II began, which began on 68 date numerology, just like World War I. Norway's coach was born in 68. He was born in the year 68. Adolf Hitler died a span of exactly 68 months after World War II began. Exactly a span. Revelation 6:8, and I looked and behold a pale horse, and his name that sat on him was Death, and hell followed with him, and power was given unto them over the fourth part of the earth, to kill with sword, and with hunger, and with death, and with the beasts of the earth. Now the beast Erling Haaland was born 721. World War II lasted 72 months and 1 day. 721. Man, I've got massive pain in my back. I don't know if I did too much running last night. So yeah, how wild is this? How wild is all of this? It's just, it's insane. It really is. Our reality is coded, guys. I'm starting to think these people are not human. I'm legit starting to think that. We live amongst angels and they're fallen. And they deceive and they lie. This here, I wholeheartedly believe, was God's judgment on the Catholic Church. I wholeheartedly believe that. And look, these statues. Guys, God hates statues. Yet they keep making them. Oh, and I don't know if this... Oh no, I'm going to go. There's 17 people watching. I'm going to leave it there. This has been another good stream. I thought more people would watch, but I'll leave it there. So I've got a lot going on. I've given enough information here. This is absolutely crazy. If you want to see my World Cup picks and codes, you go to my website. I'll be coding pretty much every game. And look how this 1998 World Cup began on Prince Philip's birthday. All right? Just quite incredible is what all I got to say. It's just crazy. And I can't believe I literally said Rob Reiner's death connected to Trump and Charlie Kirk, and now we have this. All right? Literally, Trump said Rob Reiner deserved to die because he had Trump derangement syndrome. Guys, you've got to get right with Jesus Christ. He warned us about people like Donald Trump, right? During these times. Adam, have you seen Jake Paul is going to be wearing a Hulk Hogan outfit? Are you kidding? No. No. Paul, I can't do that. I wish I could. I would do it for you. I'll speak to my web developer, but I don't think there's a way of doing it. You have to sign up. Yeah, Truman Show. I know, Watchmen, we keep doing it, don't we? We say something, and then the day after, it happens. Like, what was the name of my video? Let's find the name of it. What did I say it was? Look, Rob Rayner dies, and it's so connected to Charlie Kirk and Donald Trump. And then that. It's what I'm talking about. If you keep up with my work, it's off the charts, is what it is. I'm a long-time fan. Hope you're well. Is it possible I can pay for a subscription by maybe emailing you a gift card? I wish I could do that for people and make them active members. The only way I can do that is if they've already been a member. If they've been a member, I can do it. But if they've never been, I can't. And I wish I could. Thank you. Yeah, we called it with Candice Owens. We said it's the Truman Show the day after. She said it's the Truman Show. And I've met Candice Owens, which is, again, another Truman Show moment. I didn't like her energy or his energy. Don't think it's a woman. So, yeah. It's crazy. Have you noticed how Austria have Argentina in the group? And Hitler was born in Austria, and people said he fled to Argentina. Can I get a woo? You know that? Hitler was born in Austria. There's all these online rumors that he fled Germany to Argentina, and they're in the same group. And with Jordan, where Jesus was baptized. If Messi plays, he's going to play against Jordan. And when he played for PSG, when he won the World Cup, they were sponsored by Jordan. GOAT. It's just off the charts, obscene, is what all of this is. But yeah, I better go. Wish me luck for my game tonight. It should be a close one. Have to win to make the playoffs. I'll let you know how it goes. I appreciate you all. I'm sorry the people that want to get on the website and don't have PayPal. I wish I could help you. I really do. Anyone who knows me knows I'm sincere. Adam, do you think we get Portugal, Argentina? No. No. I think they'll tease it, the possibility of it. I don't think we see it, but you never know. Thank you very much to people saying good luck. You never know. There's obviously a possibility of it happening. And people are going to be so excited for it. Or they might meet each other. I've seen this type of stuff happen a lot. You get the dream game, right? Like the Messi versus Ronaldo. And then one of them's injured. Or one of them's suspended. So it's like they meet each other, but one of them's not playing. That wouldn't shock me. Because that takes energy, doesn't it? Oh my word, they're playing each other, but Messi's out or Ronaldo's out. Oh no. And then because it's all about taking your energy, they can get your energy if they meet, like they did obviously with Real Madrid and Barca a lot. But I won't be shocked if they meet, but one of them can't play for whatever bullshit reason. Like, yeah, God bless you all. Paul, cheers to your sister. Drop me an email when you get that sorted. And I'll have a word with my web developer to try and figure out getting people on the site without them having to have a PayPal, but it's hard. And by the way, the Watchman and I are going to do a stream, I think on Thursday, about the digital tattoos, aka preparing us for the Mark of the Beast. Yeah, Mane missed that World Cup for Senegal, exactly. He was there like superstar, wasn't he? Yeah, a lot of energy harvesting in the games. That's why I just can't watch them. Because you're either cheering or you're doing the opposite, but you're giving your energy. I expose them like this because it's important, it's history, it's biblical. I code sports differently to everybody else on YouTube. I actually teach you. I don't just tell you who's going to win. Look what he said about these countries. Hellholes like Afghanistan, Haiti, Somalia. Haiti are going to be in the World Cup. So Haiti's coming to the USA to play in the World Cup, even though it was almost wiped out not long ago. And Trump, who's hosting the World Cup, is saying the nation's a hellhole. How is that welcoming? Yeah, I think Jake Paul gets knocked out. And he said, he added for emphasis that those places are a disaster, right? Filthy, dirty, disgusting, ridden with crime. This is your Prince of Peace. Watchmen, give me a woo. The Prince of Peace is calling these nations filthy, dirty, disgusting, ridden with crime. It sounds like most states in USA under Trump. Go to Philadelphia, LA, downtown areas, New York. They're all filthy, dirty, and disgusting and ridden with crime now because of these evil leaders. I can't believe he's saying that about literally Haiti are going to the World Cup. Awful. YouTube removing likes. I know it's a disgrace. I have 38 likes. It's an absolute disgrace. But I told you, I get a little bit of support from people here and there. Because I do YouTube for free pretty much, don't I? Unless you super chat me. But I do occasionally. I've got Dave who looks after me. There's a few people. We know Watchmen send super chats, Durrell. So it's not like I'm getting nothing for it, but it's like when they remove likes and views, it's just annoying. It's not as many people take your work seriously. I do believe all my videos should be viral. I stick to that for the information. But you don't get viral for being smart and exposing the matrix and preaching the gospel. You get viral for being a dumbass. Don't you? Most viral videos are stupid. I'm the opposite of that. So yeah, I just get hidden in the algorithm. But still got a decent amount of support. Like that Rainer video was crazy that I did, the Bondi Beach, me telling you Russia and the UK are going to go to war. These are all really deep. This here with Norway is showing you why they're there, why they're going to the World Cup. But what's the average person going to say? Oh, no, it's because they have Haaland. They have Haaland. That's why they got. Yeah, okay. So we'll leave it there. Yeah, they hate the truth. They hate the truth. They love the darkness. Yeah, so I'll code that Jake Paul fight. And if he wins it, my only hope for Jake Paul winning it is it wakes people up. And if that don't wake them up, then they're never going to get woken up by sports being rigged, are they? If they believe Jake Paul can beat Joshua. But I think Joshua knocks him out, and I hope he does. Because that Jake Paul is legit evil, possessed. Oh, man, that guy. But I will not be watching it. I'll tell you that for nothing. I'll not be watching it. It should be over in the first round if it was real. Joshua should just stand over him and just knock him out. That's what should happen. But the world that we live in is a lie. And if Jake Paul's made some deal with some demon, with the devil, and they do this David and Goliath ritual, and I feel like either Satan or God wants people to see sports are rigged now. I've said this to a few people. Becoming so blatant where it's almost as if to say, they want you to know it's rigged. That would break a lot of people if it all came out. I know what it did to me when I realized it was rigged. But it hurt me for about 6 months. So I'd given so much of my life to pro sports. So if it all came out of that, it's always been rigged and ritualistic and predetermined, I think it would mess a lot of people's mental health. They still watch it because it's an escape from their reality. Okay. Yeah, every fight Jake Paul's done has been rigged. I called him to beat all those fighters. But the Tyson one, when he said, the gods told me I'm going to win, he said, the gods, I knew it was done. Because he'd made a deal. There's only one God. Yeah, it's on Netflix, so it's a show, isn't it? If it's on Netflix, it's a show. That's why they put WWE on Netflix. It's a show. And that's why most people, the best thing they enjoy about boxing is what? When they walk to the ring. That's what everyone's going to be like. I wonder who Jake Paul comes down to the ring with. I wonder what music's playing. All right. I don't think that many are that bothered about the actual fight in boxing. I don't think they ever have been. It's the spectacle. It's the build-up. Okay. It's the celebrity connection. You always have celebrities at these matches. And like I said, I think Jake Paul loses, but if he wins, I won't be too fussed. Because it might help somebody like my dad or brother who will go, okay, yeah, there's no way that's possible. So they've got two choices then to believe it's either rigged or it's supernatural. They'll have two choices. There's no way they can look me in the eye and say, oh no, Jake Paul, he trained really hard. Anthony Joshua's not in his prime. If they say that, then I just can't even talk to a person like that. But him coming down as Hulk Hogan, the immortal one, I don't know why he's doing that. Because he's a real American. I'd have to look more into it. I will. But the Joshua riddle that I have with the Book of Joshua, I prefer that to all the other riddles everyone's going on about Jake Paul winning. But with that Joker, you can't be shocked because that Paul family are evil. Legit. Right, definitely going now. Thank you all, right? Adam, would you fight Jake Paul for 50 million? I don't know. What a question. Just fight him. I would just, okay, knock me out. I'll take your 50 million, Jake. I'll let you knock me out like first punch. Yeah. Would I take 50 million to fight Jake Paul? Yeah. I get an opportunity to knock him out. And if I don't, he knocks me out early. And I take 50 million. May as well. Would I do it with Joshua? No. If that guy knocked me out, I won't get back up. If Paul knocked me out, I could get back up. Joshua smashed me. That 50 million will go towards my funeral. He's an absolute tank, and he should knock me out and not get back up. Size of that guy and how fast he is and how strong his punch is. Yeah. Yeah, heaven or hell. Make a choice. I've chose heaven. Cheers, guys. Take care. Enjoy the rest of your day. All right. Appreciate you all. God wins.